Friends, in this session we are going to discuss about networking basics, computer networkings. Okay, so what is computer networking? As we know that computer is a machine. We have one machine here, one computer, and this computer can be communicate with some other computer, so we can share the data and resources between these two computers by using a cable, a media. So when computer A, when we share a data between computer A and B, then it is called, so this is computer A and this is machine B. So now when we connect a cable, a media in between A and B, we can share the data between computer A and computer B. This is the simple definition for computer networking. Computer networking is nothing but connectivity between two or more computers to share the data and resources. Okay, what is resources? So sharing of data between two computers we know. Then here I have one printer. Okay, I have one printer here. This printer can be shared by both the, this printer can shared by both A and B. So now what I will do is I will connect this printer to the same cable. So now this A and B and this printer, this will become one complete network. Okay, now I have few computers here. I have one computer in my company, in my office, or I have one at my home or whatever, and I have few more computers here, and this is computer A, and this is computer A, and this is computer B, and this is computer C. These three computers can be connected by using a cable, right? So that cable is what we cut as bus, the backbone, what we got as backbone. Okay, so these three computers can be connected in different methods, The most widely used one is star. Okay, so the most widely used one is star, and the style of connectivity is called as topology. Okay, the style of connectivity between two or more computers, the networking style is called as topology. We have bus topology, bus type of connector. We have ring topology, ring type of connector. We have star topology, star type of connector, and all those kinds of things. Okay, next we have star topology. So this is computer A and computer B and computer C and computer D and computer E. They connected to one single node. All these computers are connected. Okay, so now computer A has been connected here, and computer B has been connected, and computer C has been connected here, and of course I have one printer, that printer also connected here. So then my question is, what is this? So my question is, what is this? This is what we can call it as hub or a switch. What we call it as hub or switch. Hub or switch both are same. Switch is nothing but an intelligent hub. Okay, so it is a kind of computer, we can call it as a kind of computer which manages how the data has to be shared and where it has to be shared and when it has to be shared. So it manages everything. It is programmed in such a manner that it will manage everything. So this is what we call it as switch, networking switch. Okay, now I have one computer here. We have three computers, and this is computer A and computer B and computer C. All these computers are in a room or in a block, in a campus, in a college, in one complete office, and they are connected by using a switch, networking switch. This kind of network is what we call it as LAN, local area network. Network within a building or within a campus. Next we have something called as MAN. What is MAN? Now we have one LAN here, computer A, computer B and computer C. All these are connected by using a cable in one building, and next to that now I have one more building. Next to this I have one more building and I have one more building. So totally we have three different buildings or three different blocks or three different offices or three different locations. Okay, so this is location A. It is somewhere in north side of the city, and this is somewhere in the south of the city. Okay, and this is somewhere at the east. So what happens is, if we connect all these LANs together, this is one LAN which is limited. So this is one LAN, this is one different LAN, and next this is one LAN, right? So we have three different LANs. If we connect all these three LANs together, see now computer A of LAN 1 can share data with computer C of LAN 3, different locations. So then this is what we call it as MAN, metropolitan area network within a building or within a campus. Okay, sorry, within a city, which connects different locations. The similar way, I have one LAN here, okay, and one LAN here and one LAN here. Okay, these three locations, these three belongs to one city. All these three locations are there in one city. All these three are there in one city. Similarly, I have another LAN. I have one more LAN somewhere here and one more LAN. These two LANs are interconnected again, and this is there at New York. Now what happens is, if I can connect these LANs, these are three different computers, and these are three different computers in different location. These are in different location. This is in one location and this is one location, and this is in Bangalore and this is in New York. If we can connect these two MANs, metropolitan area network, by using cable or any other technique, then that means to say we have connected Bangalore network with New York network. Similarly, we have connected New York network with somewhere in China network, and China network we have connected with Tokyo network, and Japan we have connected with Singapore network. So it's just like we have connected worldwide. We have different LANs. So we have connected all the computers together, and this is what we call as wide area network, or sometimes we also call it as worldwide area network. Internet is a best example for worldwide area network. Best example for LAN is network within a building in one particular area. I can say your cable TV operator who connects entire one location or one area of the city, right? So next best example for MAN, metropolitan area network, is which connects your entire city. I can say water supply, or maybe your city's electricity board, or maybe city bus, or these kinds of things. Network WAN, wide area network, means which connects entire world. Internet, or your ATM or debit card, credit card, or maybe some channels, news channels or TV channels which are available worldwide. So this is one best example for LAN, MAN and WAN. Of course, we can use different kinds of cables here. Okay, we have fiber optic cables. Sometimes we use fiber optic OFC, we call it as OFC, fiber optic cable, and sometimes we use category cable or Cat5e or Cat6, different kinds of cables, or sometimes even we can use wireless also. Wireless also is a most widely used technology. Okay, now my question is, how this computer, if I can connect these two computers, computer A and computer B. How computer A is going to share the data with computer B? How it happens? So as we know, for each and every computer there is one device. There is one device which is what we call as Ethernet card. Ethernet card, or simply we can say LAN card. Okay, network card. So this LAN card is attached with your computer motherboard. So I can take one cable, maybe one Cat5e cable or any kind of cable. So better one is Cat5e. Most widely used is category 5e cable. I will take one cable and I can connect directly these two LAN cards, or maybe I can use one switch in between. I will take one cable and connect this LAN card with the switch, and I will take one more cable and connect this with switch. And tomorrow if I want to add one more new computer, I have one more computer, so what I can do, I can take one more cable and connect to this switch. I have one more printer, so I want to connect this printer, again take one cable and you can connect into this switch. So here each and every system will be allotted with one address, that is what we call as IP address. So that is what we call as IP address, and this IP address should be unique. Once an IP address is assigned to this computer, the same IP address cannot be assigned to any other computer within this network. Okay, within this network it cannot be allotted. Now it cannot be allotted. Now let me take one cable and let me connect to a switch. Okay, then I can allot IP addresses something like this: 192.168.1.10, 192.168.1.192.168.1.20, then 192.168.1.30. So now I have three different kinds of IP addresses. Here these IP addresses can be divided into two parts. One is called network ID and another one is called host ID, HOST, host ID. That means to say, see, you can observe this IP address. In this IP address 192.168.1, this is common, right? So this is common everywhere, but what happens is only this, the last number is getting changed, 10, 20 and 30. So this part, the rounded part in red color, is what we got as network ID. In a given network ID is always static, it cannot be changed. And we have one more IP address here, that is 10, 20 and 30. This is what we can call it as host ID. Host ID can be changed and it should not be unique, it should be unique. Okay, and I have one 10 here. Next, tomorrow I will add one more computer, and for this I cannot give IP address as 192.168.1.10, it won't accept. In this given network there should be only one IP address with this name, there can be only one IP address with this name, and that there can be only one IP address with this name, and minimum number can be 1. It can start with like 1.1.1.1, whatever, 192.168.1.1, 192.168.1.2, 3, 4, whatever, but maximum number can be 255, but 255 has been considered as broadcast address, so maximum number can be 256. So now by using this LAN, 192.168.1.256 is not possible. This kind of network ID or IP address is not valid. Maximum number can be 254, since we use 8-bit codes, 2 to the power 8, so the maximum number will come 255. 255 is called a subnet broadcast ID. So 1 to 254 IP address we can use in one network. Now I have one computer here, 192.168.5.100. See, now this computer within the same network, this computer, if I connect this to the same switch, these two computers cannot be contacted, because here network ID is different, 192.168.5 dot, and here 192.168.1. so then again we have to use one more thing, that is called as router, such that by using router we can route this network to identify with different network ID and to communicate. Without using router in the same network, it is not possible. So this computer can communicate with any other computer in this LAN, which is having 192.168.1 as the network ID and 1 to 254 as the host ID. This is a small introduction about computer networking and how it works, along with the IP addresses. Thank you.